What's up everybody and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video I will be creating this neon eye look. Yeah, I'm going to show you guys how I got this eye look step by step. Also, I'm going to talk about some products that I've been trying throughout 2019. Some of them are really new, just launched this month actually, and some stuff that has launched throughout 2019, and I'm going to let you guys know my honest opinions on them, completely unfiltered thoughts. So yeah, if you guys are interested, then just keep on watching and make sure to subscribe and follow me on Instagram at beautybydreav and turn on your post notifications so you are notified every time I post. Alright, so I went ahead and zoomed in so you guys can kind of see this eye look. So I'm gonna create kind of like a neon eye look just because I feel like neon is very in this summer. So I'm actually grabbing my Moira Cosmetics Dreamscape palette, and this is a really nice colorful bright palette. I'm really excited because you guys know I like a lot of color on my eyes. So I think I'm actually gonna grab this bright neon shade right here. This is Vivid, and this palette was actually sent to me complimentary by Moira Cosmetics, so I'm very excited to try it. I don't know how their formula is or anything like that, but I did go on their website and they have pretty good reviews, and this palette retails for only $17. You could use a coupon code DREAM20 that they have. It's not an affiliate code, but this is just if you end up deciding to get it, that will save you 20%. Okay, so I'm going to start off with the P. Louise base, and I'm gonna grab one of the brushes, and this is like a flat shader brush, and what I'm gonna do is kind of cut out the shape that I want it to be. So I'm gonna grab a little bit on this brush, and if you wanna take off a little bit on your hand, you can go ahead and do that. But as you guys can see, this base is very white, and this will be perfect because it'll make the neons really pop out. Alright, so I'm going to put this all over the lid, and there's like a specific shape that I wanna do. And don't really worry that this has to be perfect because I am gonna go afterwards and clean it up with Q-tips and makeup remover. So right about here, I'm gonna kind of curve it out. And I'm actually gonna pick up a different brush to do this. So I'm gonna pick up a brush like this. This is from that same brush company, La Botte Soy. So I'm grabbing this brush because I wanna use the very end to kind of guide my shape. And don't worry about how this looks right now because we're gonna go in afterwards and fill that in. So it's very opaque. So yeah, this is sort of the shape I'm going for. I just really want to focus on making the white very opaque so that when I apply the neon shade on top, it's very bright. So I'm gonna go ahead and just pat all over the lid. The P. Louise base is kind of meant to be wet, and then you kind of like apply your shadows on top, and it really helps to grab the pigment. So I'm going to leave it wet. I'm not gonna set it, nothing. I'm just gonna go in with the neon shadow on top. So I'm just going to pat and just make sure everything is covered and just looks pretty good. Alright guys, so I'm ready to actually just go in with the bright neon shadow, and I'm gonna go in with this shade right here, Vivid, because it's just like a bright green. I'm picking up my Sigma short shader brush, and I like this brush just because it's like very small, so it'll help me get into all those little areas. So I think I'm gonna start at the edges first and then bring the shadow all the way down. Alright you guys, so I'm sort of starting with the edges first just to make sure it looks perfect, and then I will add the shadow to the rest of the eye. I really like the shadow so far. It looks exactly like it does on the pan, which I like. So that is the color I use. So it looks exactly the same it does on pan, so I'm pretty happy about that. Alright you guys, so I'm gonna go ahead and put on some mascara and then pop on some false lashes. So the company Secret Garden Lashes actually sent over a ton of lashes for me to try on, and they sent me over a code. It's Andrea20. I will leave it down here below. And basically the first 100 followers that use this code will get a free lash, and then also after the first 100 followers I get a free lash, and it lasts up to 30 days starting now. So after that you'll get 20% off using that code Andrea20. So yeah, so this is my first time bringing up that code to anyone, so if you do use it you will most likely be the first 100 to use it, so you'll get a free lash. So I'm gonna go ahead and actually try on one of the lashes that they sent me. So I think these lashes are pretty cool because I like these lashes because they are bandless, as you can see. They're totally invisible, which is great when you do like eyeshadow looks like this, because you don't want the band to show at all because it will like completely interfere with the look. So I really like these bandless ones. So if you are looking for very thick bandless lashes, I do recommend these. So whenever I do eye looks like this where I really want the eyeshadow to pop and I don't want people to be distracted by like the lashes, I prefer to use lashes that aren't bandless. So these all retail for $5. So yeah, what I like about these lashes too is that they all price at $5, so $4.99 actually. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and try on that one that I showed you guys, and I will leave it linked down below. So I'm gonna go ahead and just put them on. Alright, so I'm back, my lashes are on, I'm ready to go. So I did my lashes really quick off camera. I think my lash glue is expired because it was a little bit clumpy, so I need to order some new lash glue. Alright guys, so I'm gonna go ahead and do my face makeup. I am gonna use a lot of products that have released either this month or previous months, just kind of like whatever has released in 2019 I'm gonna try to grab for it. So the first thing I'm grabbing is the Milk Makeup Hydro Grip Primer. I ended up picking up only the smaller size just because I wasn't sure how it was gonna be. So I'm gonna grab a little bit and just apply it to the face. Alright guys, so as you can see my hands, it's kind of like a gel-like formula and it is very hydrating. So yeah, so if you have a normal to dry skin, I do recommend this primer. It is very hydrating and I think you will really like it. Also, if you feel like your foundation kind of slides all over the place, this definitely helps to really grip that foundation, and I've really noticed that every time I used it. So far, I've been really liking this Hydro Grip Primer. I just feel like it really does grip your foundation like it says it should. Also, the only thing that I don't like about this primer, even though it's like very moisturizing, it feels nice on the face, and that's why I've been kind of using the Dr. Brandt one, poreless one, is just because I feel like this doesn't really do much for your pores if that's something that you are kind of looking for. Like if you're looking for something that really blurs your pores, I wouldn't recommend this, but if you're looking for something to really grip onto your makeup and help your makeup last all day and help and stop your foundation from slipping all over the place, then I do recommend that primer. So I ended up having to pick up a darker foundation in the Juvia's Place foundation. I ended up picking up Aruba 510. Originally I had gotten the Cairo 600, but that ended up being too light for me, especially in the summer. Now that my body's getting tan, I wanted to make sure it like matched. So I ended up having to pick up the Aruba 510, but the Aruba 510 is a little bit warm, and I don't want to say like orange, but it is a tint of orange. So I'm just going to slide that on the face really quick so you guys can see. So I didn't expect it to look like this because it says that it's neutral with golden undertones, but yeah, so when I mix these two together, I really like how the color looks, but on its own, I don't think I would wear this by itself. So far, I have been really liking this foundation just because it is very full coverage. The only thing that I noticed is it does kind of break up on the face. Like for me, it breaks up a little bit on my forehead and on my nose. I just gotta make sure that I do use powder and I am setting my face. Like I feel like I just have to kind of alternate how I do my makeup because of that. So yeah, that's the only thing, is like sometimes throughout the day I do feel like it starts to break up on my forehead and on my nose. So I started kind of changing the way I wear my makeup because of it. So this one is Cairo 600 and this is Aruba 510. So I ended up having to mix the two just to get the perfect color. So I'm just mixing it on my hand really quick and then I'm going to apply it to the face. So what I do is I usually buff it in like this and then just kind of go in circular motions. If you are looking for something really full coverage, then I do recommend this. It's a velvety matte, so it's not too matte. What I've been doing, and I totally forgot to do in this video, is I actually been mixing this foundation with my Fenty Beauty foundation, but I am going to do that in a later video. I totally forgot to do that, but yeah, I've been mixing this with my Fenty Beauty and I really like the finish that it's been giving me. So if you are looking, so if you have this Juvia's Place foundation and you're looking for, you know, maybe a more matte finish, then I do recommend mixing it with your Fenty Beauty one. Okay, you guys, so I'm grabbing the YSL High Coverage Concealer. This was sent to me complimentary by YSL. I really like their version of this in the foundation, so I was very happy to try this out. I'll show you guys on my hand right now, but this concealer is very, very creamy. I do recommend this on more mature skin because it's so creamy and non-drying like other concealers I've used. So it is a little bit more on the wet side. You can see on my face, just the way it's just gliding, it is a little bit more wet. So if you are looking for a concealer that's a little bit less drying, I feel like so many concealers that have been coming out lately have been very matte. So if you're looking for something like that, like more hydrating, I do recommend this, and it is very full coverage as well. Alright you guys, so I'm using a Real Techniques sponge and just blending this out. So yeah, as you can see, it's very hydrating on the skin. I'm going to go ahead and use a setting powder that I've been really liking, and I'm going to kind of give you guys an update on this setting powder as well. So I've been really liking the Jeffree Cosmetics translucent powder. So I'm picking up a damp beauty blender. That is how I've been doing my, kind of like baking my face and applying my powder lately. So the only thing I will say about this powder is that because it has that cotton candy kind of scent, it's made me cough before because it's been like a little bit strong, and at first I'm like in the beginning, like it kind of makes me cough in the beginning when I first use it because of the scent, but then it goes away. Also, if you're wondering if the scent lasts all day, that cotton candy scent, it does not. It's only like the first 10 minutes and then you don't really smell it again. So if you haven't tried this powder yet, I highly recommend it. It's like the only powder that makes my skin look very airbrushed, and it also really brightens underneath, which I really like as well. I have a lot of texture on my skin, and after I use that powder, it just completely looks airbrushed. It makes such a difference. So if you do have texture on your skin, I do recommend that powder. I honestly could talk about it all day. It is such a good powder and I really enjoy using it. So I'm picking up the Fenty Beauty Bronzer in Island Ting. So yeah, so this bronzer is definitely on the warmer neutral side, and I did a review on it before. So I've been really liking this Fenty Beauty bronzer, and I really like it because it is completely matte. There's no shimmer at all in it. It's more on the warmer and neutral side, so it just really helps to bronze up the face. I'm going to talk about the Natasha Denona Bloom palette. If you guys want to see a review on the Natasha Denona Tan and Glow palette, I did do a review on it. I did end up really liking it, and I do use it a lot. I actually ended up leaving it down the shore because I like it so much and I bring it everywhere with me. But I'm going to talk about the Bloom palette now. The Bloom palette I really like. The only thing I don't like in the Bloom palette is this Glow Extreme. It is a bit chunky, so if you have textured skin, it's going to really highlight that. So so far I do really like the blush though. The blush is really nice. It always blends out really nice, even though it is a cream blush. Usually I don't really like cream blushes, but this one is very nice. So I do really like this palette. So if you guys think that this blush is a little too dark for you, if you think that this blush is a little bit too red or too pigmented for you, I do recommend putting it on your skin, blending it out, and then going in with powder afterwards, and you will see it actually ends up becoming kind of like a pinky blush, and it ends up being really pretty. So what I'm going to go ahead now and do is just, okay, so since I put on powder already, I'm not going to use the cream right here, and I don't really like this highlight right here, so I'm going to go in with this, which I really like. I love this blushy kind of orangey shimmery shade. It reminds me of the NARS Orgasm blush. So I'm going to apply a little bit on my brush and just put it onto the apple of the cheeks and kind of bring it up. So yeah, I really like that blush shade. I just think it's so pretty. Okay, so for the Bloom palette, I do really like these two shades right here. Like I really love this shade. That's what I just used on my face, and I really do like this red cream blush. It's very easy to use. But these two shades right here, like this chunky highlight and this cream glow, I don't really use. So I don't know if I would repurchase it again just because I only used 2 shades out of the 4. But if she does have this individually, then I would get only just these 2 again. Alright guys, so I'm gonna actually apply some of the Jeffree Star Supreme Frost Money Honey highlight on my face. He is coming out with 3 new Supreme Frost, so I figured I would use it on this channel. I fucking love this formula. It is so blinding and makes your skin look wet and dewy. And so yeah, so this is what it looks like. It is really, really nice. Alright guys, so I'm just going to apply a little bit on the high points of my cheeks. And
that is so blinding.
so yeah, so if you are interested in a very blinding glow, I highly recommend this formula. It does have a little bit of glitter in it, so if you really don't like that, I do not recommend it at all. But the glitter is very, very fine. Like, it's very little micro glitter, like you can really tell. It's more like a shimmery type of glitter. But yeah, if you don't like any type of glitter, or you don't like your highlight to be blinding, like you like it to be very subtle, I really don't recommend this Supreme Frost at all. I don't think you will like it. Alright, so I'm picking up a little bit of that Supreme Frost and just adding it to the high points of my brow bone right here, just to be a little bit more extra. Okay, so I'm going to finish it up with lips, and I'm picking up this Moira Cosmetics matte liquid lipstick that they sent over. And yeah, this is in Toast, and this is like kind of like a brown type of nude. I tried it on the other day and I like the color of it. Alright, so overall I'm really happy with how this look came out. I think it's perfect for the summer. I'm really happy with how bright the neons are in this palette. I think next time I'll pick up this orange right here, clear, and do kind of like a similar look. So that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to subscribe at beautybydreav and follow me on Instagram, same thing, at beautybydreav, and I will see you guys next time. Bye guys.